um, so we kind of have to use probably like another variable to
Yeah.
to do the check.
Yes,
So for
because
instance, we have
mm,
yeah. So
yeah,
for
go ahead.
instance, we have variable so
Mm,
car check,
mm,
then um s,
mm,
right?
mm,
And then we kind of do s plus plus. So
mm.
we find the null byte, and then we do the iteration from that end.
Yeah.
So we go forward and then we go backward.
Yes.
So when we go forward, we check if our result is going to be equal to car check
Mm.
or the check.
For instance,
And then when we go backward,
mm,
it's also equal to the check.
mm.
And then we return the values accordingly,
So in my
right?
in my research, yes, you're on point.
Okay.
I realized that you can equally reverse the string and then
Okay.
compare
Yes.
this
Yes.
one. You
Yes.
compare the original one with the reversed one.
Yes. Yes.
If they are
Yes.
the same, then it
Yes.
is a
Yes. Yes.
palindrome.
So you're actually using, like, if we were supposed to use the predefined functions, we'll do the string reverse and then string compare.
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay.
we are combining all what we've done in
Yes.
one. So that's why if you
Yes.
don't understand the previous one, you
Yes.
find it difficult going
Yes.
forward.
Yes. Yes. That's
So
true.
yeah, so um, I realized that when they said when you reverse the string and compare, it is not really efficient. So I
Okay.
used this one, even though it will work. ALS will take it,
Mm-hmm.
but now I wanted to use a different route.
Okay.
So where is the code crowd? Let me look for the code. And this is it. So this is what I did.
Okay.
Um, First of all, I I wanted to know the length of that string
Mm-hmm.
because you want to be at the end and then the beginning. So I want
Mm-hmm.
to know the length of that string so that
Mm-hmm.
I will know where to start counting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this one is in the tax 2. The same
Okay.
thing, like
Yeah.
find the
Yeah.
length of a string.
Okay.
So it's quite the same thing now, mutual.
Okay. Just copied and then yeah,
Yeah, it's
and even
quite the
copy
same.
and then pasted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite the same. So from there, I had to write a function that will find the palindrome. Into
Mm-hmm.
what I did was, let me use the whiteboard to look around. Is it this one? So what I did was, like, if like I have this
You
string,
use a clear frame and let's see.
which one?
Clear frame at the top next to set background. No, come down a bit.
Okay, clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see
okay,
if it's
okay.
okay. Great. Okay.
So like, if I have a string like A B B A,
Yeah.
I want to know the length of this string
Mm-hmm.
because the argument that will be passed we don't know. So we just
Okay.
have to write a function that will count it. That's the first part. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second part is to find the second function is to find the palindrome. So what is
Mm-hmm.
palindrome? Palindrome is comparing this A
Mm-hmm.
to this one and then this
Mm-hmm.
one to this one. If they are the same, it's a
Yes.
palindrome.
Yes. Okay.
So what I did was I started here from here,
Okay.
okay, and then moved to the next one. So I started from here and then started another one from here. So
Mm-hmm.
if this and this is the same,
Mm-hmm.
increment this one and then increment that one. Then
Okay.
if they are the same, you move on to this part
Yeah. Okay.
and then you compare. Is it the same? Yes. Then you move on. Eventually
Okay.
you will cross.
Yeah.
So when you cross, you make a statement that you know that this one is zero,
Mm-hmm.
one,
One,
2,
two,
and 3.
and three. Yeah.
So obviously, let's use this as start S and then E for end. So the
Okay.
one that we are starting from here, we initialize it to E, and then this one is E.
Mm-hmm.
So you make a statement that if um, S is what greater than E, then it
Mm-hmm.
means it's a palindrome because this before this one will move, it means
Mm-hmm.
it has compared and it is the same
Mm-hmm.
before it will move. So it will move till like this one, it moves to this one and then compare again. If they are the same, then it move. So eventually it will overlap. So when this one
Mm-hmm.
is greater, of course, E will come to this side, one.
Mm-hmm.
E becomes one,
Mm-hmm.
and then S will hit here. So
Three.
S becomes two. No, like
I,
when they first overlap,
okay.
this one will be greater than this.
Okay. 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 No. No.
No, no,
Let's go
it's not.
right
It's not
again.
S. This one is not three. It's rather two. It's rather two.
Yes.
Sorry. So when they overlap, this one becomes greater than that
Okay.
because when they initially
Three and
start
then two.
comparing, E is greater,
Yeah.
but eventually E will become smaller and then S becomes
Yes.
greater. So when that
Oh,
happens, it means it is a palindrome
okay.
because
Oh,
if they are not the same, you don't increment at all. So if they are not the same, it will not move, or you don't increment or decrement. So that's the idea. So let's go to the function.
okay.
So this part is the string length, and then this part is the find palindrome
Sorry.
function. So this with this, I had three arguments:
Okay.
the pointer, and then the string pointer, and then start and end. So what this
Okay.
is doing is that start when start is what greater than E, return one. It means it has moved, and S has become greater than E, and so
Mm-hmm.
return one, meaning it is what palindrome. So
Yeah.
let's look at the question. It says we should return one when it is palindrome, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when this happens, it means it is palindrome. Else, if
Okay.
this is equals to that, this will be the beginning of the increment. Do you get it?
Okay.
So, okay, let's forget about this one. We come back to it.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
We are saying that if start is equal to end, let's go back. We are saying that if start start is A here.
Mm-hmm.
So if start is equals to end, which is also A,
Mm-hmm.
okay, start decrement this and then increment this one. So this when
Okay.
this one is equals to that, you move to the next one, and then you
Okay.
decrement this one. Okay, so that's
All
what
right.
this is actually coming to do. So if this is a string of start and is equals to string of end, do this, which
Okay.
is
Mike, I have a question, right?
yeah.
So, the character is 1 byte, right? So it means that it's a single character.
Mm-hmm.
So we are comparing the characters, right?
Yeah, characters. Yeah.
That's what we are doing.
Mm,
Okay. So that's why you're saying that if start
mm,
is equal to end,
mm-hmm.
so if string start is equal to string end,
And
um, then we take the string and then
So
okay. I think it's
this
supposed to be this way. Okay,
this is
okay.
okay.
You continue.
Okay. This is actually kind of pointing to the index, and then this is pointing to the character string itself.
Okay, which one is pointing to the index and which one is pointing to the character?
You see, one has the string attached to it, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Oh, okay.
sorry,
I
okay,
get you.
okay. This is actually pointing to the index, and then because we are going to
Yes,
and then this one is pointing to the
pointing to the
string
character.
character. Sorry. So when this is equal to that, it means when the start of the string is
Mm-hmm.
equals to the end. Okay, when
Okay.
it is equals to that, increment increment starts and decrement
Yeah.
end.
Okay. And
That's why
yes,
we have plus one minus one.
-1. Yes.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. I think the understanding is coming.
yeah.
Mm, okay. So let's go back to our whiteboard. Can you put it side by side,
Okay.
Roger? Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay. So all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are saying that we have we have the string. So let's say a variable is pointing to um the pointer is pointing to the variable holding this address, right? So we have ABBA,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And for ABBA, because we need to count the length or probably the positions of
Mm.
the characters,
Mm.
we represent them by the ints, okay?
Yeah.
Which is the start and then the end,
Yeah.
okay? So if start is greater or equal to end,
Mm.
return one. Let me look at the Michael just a minute.
All right.
Okay. So we are saying that if the start is greater or equal to end,
Mm.
we should return one. Let me look at what the instruction was saying. So write a function that returns one if the input integer is a there we go. So write a function that returns one if a string is a palindrome and zero if it is not. Okay. So in our base case,
Mm-hmm.
what we are saying is if start
Mm-hmm.
is greater or equal to end,
Mm-hmm.
we are then it's a palindrome.
Yes. In this case, uh, look at it like
Okay,
the index
okay. Let me look at it from the
from the index.
index.
Sorry.
Okay, okay.
So
So if
if start will start from here,
yes,
and then
so
end will be here. So
okay.
if start is greater or equal to, so at the first recursion, this one won't work because
Mm-hmm.
start is starting from here, so there's no way start will be greater than or equal to the end.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So it will go
Okay.
through the recursion on several
Mm-hmm.
occasions
Mm-hmm.
before it can
Mm-hmm.
be greater or equal to
Okay.
end. That's
Okay.
when this one compares this, and if it is equal, it will move,
Okay.
and this one will
Okay.
decrease to this side.
Okay. Okay.
So even at this point, it's still not the base case is still not satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So it will still uh, increment and decrement here, and then move
Mm-hmm.
again. So at this
Mm-hmm.
point, start will be what 2, and then
Mm-hmm.
ye will be what 1.
No, start to be three. Oh.
No, it will be 2.
Okay. Let
You,
me
you know
write
we are
that.
moving one character at a time.
Okay.
So start
So
moves to 1,
one.
e moves to 2 for the first
Yes.
recursion,
Okay.
and then
And then
e moves again to 1.
two.
No, from 2 to 1. I'm referring to e. Sorry,
Okay. Okay.
this is e,
Um.
this is e, and this is s. Okay, so this is s, and then this is e.
E.
So
Yes.
for the first iteration, e will move to
Uh-huh.
2, and then s will
Yes.
move to 1 from,
One.
yes,
Yes.
and then
So
second,
if okay.
okay,
Okay. All right. I think I'm getting it now.
yeah,
So if start is greater or equal to end, no. So because when we start is zero, end is three, and then
okay. So
start is not.
let's look at where start is equal to e.
Okay.
That's when we have odd odd string. Okay, so odd string,
Yes.
which one?
It's on level. Yeah, level.
Level. Okay,
L-E-V-E-L.
okay, level. So level. So with this, this will move,
Yeah.
this will
Mm-hmm.
move,
Let's move. Okay.
and then it will move, and then it will
Yes.
move.
And then this will move.
This is when it
So
is
it will
equal.
be equal to. Yes.
So when it is equal, it is again a palindrome. Why?
Yeah.
Because this is the same, this is the same. The middle one is, you can't flip the middle one. It will be where it
Mm-hmm.
is. Okay, so when you
Okay.
change this, the v will be where it is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think I get it. Okay. Try some other examples and then I'm sure I'll get it. Oh, right. Okay. So okay. Okay, so let's look at the else function, the else if
This one.
where yes.
Okay. So this is
So you're
when,
saying
this is kind of the beginning of the recursion.
mm-hmm,
So at first we hit this side, E hits this side, S hits this side.
mm-hmm,
We compare. Is it the same? Yes. If it is the same, increment starts, decrement
mm-hmm.
end. So
Okay.
you decrement end, you increment starts.
Mm-hmm,
So this is
mm-hmm.
kind of the beginning of the whole show.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. This also requires some
Charlie.
um thinking.
I swear.
Yeah. Rajwa, you see
Th-
what that is going through.
This is what
Mm,
ALS want us to do.
Charlie,
Charlie,
well,
Charlie.
we will overcome it. We'll
Yeah,
overcome
yeah,
it.
sure.
Yeah, I think it makes sense now. It
Yeah,
makes sense
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It makes sense now. But did you use a helper function for this one as well? You
Yes, this
didn't,
is
or
this
did
is
you?
the helper function.
This is
In
a helper
fact, in
function.
fact, we have two.
Okay.
We have two. One is the one that is counting
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
number
yeah.
of strings, and then
Yes,
this
yes, 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 yes.
this one,
Okay. So we have one that's
this
counting the
one,
length.
and then this one. This one is
Okay.
also determine whether the string is a palindrome.
Okay.
And then we have the last one, which was our prototype in the tax. So this one,
Okay.
yes. So this prototype is actually calling the two functions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 I
So
get it.
even this one, you can get rid of this part. I
Okay.
just initialize a variable to hold this one, and
Mm,
then I replace it. So you can equally replace this one, this whole
mm,
stuff here, minus one.
mm.
So let me explain this part.
Okay.
Um, where is it? Okay, it's in here. So this one is calling the the find palindrome function. So
Mm,
return palindrome, and
okay.
then return the string of the palindrome. So
Mm,
str string, and then starting from the zero index, okay,
mm,
to the length, which is n minus one. So n minus one means, every string has the null bytes.
mm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we are taking away that null bytes. That's why we have n
Mm,
minus one.
okay.
Yes. So the length is the length minus one is what we are calling. So we're going to have all the string excluding the null bytes, starting
Mm,
from zero,
all right.
zero
All right.
index.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
So this is actually a variable that is holding this one.
Okay.
So just you can, and then this
Okay.
is so I copied the main function that was given just
Test.
to
Okay.
test here. So
Okay. All right.
I
All
think
right.
I think that is that.
Okay. 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 Hmm. Okay. I
Yeah.
think the understanding is kind of like 60% now. So all that we need, at least it's an improvement from zero. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, I think
So at least when you take your time and then go through,
yeah,
it's you
yeah,
get it. You can
should be
even
able
do
to
your own
appreciate.
stuff with it. Like,
Yes, 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 yes. Should be able to appreciate it. All right, all right, all right. And I think the question eight. Let me look at it.